set them on fire. Welcome to my empire.
Well, how's it going? How's everything going in your world?
Good. Just working and just finished up a remix today, hopefully. So
Ooh, I wonder
yeah.
what song.
Super exciting. I can't really talk about it, but it's for somebody who I've wanted to work with for quite some time in the pop realm. So I'm pretty excited about it.
Oh, wow. The Lady Gaga one already came out though, right?
Yeah, that one came out.
So this must be another big one.
Yeah, it's definitely big. So
Okay.
one of my favorite artists. So it was kind of a manifestation. I kept talking about it for like a year, just talking about this one thing over and over again, like out at the club, like everywhere, just like in interviews and stuff. And so anyways, finally kind of came to fruition. So
sweet. That works. Manifesting works, honestly. Like we've seen it firsthand. The more you talk something into existence, you write it down, you just think about it and you kind of envision yourself like living that life or living that experience, like that will gravitate towards you.
Oh, it's extremely true. I make a vision board every single year. And pretty much all of the stuff that I've put on there has come true in some fashion or form. If not this year, it'll be the next year, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, I think vision boards are important because there's moments where I'm like working a lot or just like don't feel motivation, and the vision board takes me back to my why. Like, okay, there's reasons why I'm staying up so late. There's reasons why I'm sacrificing the things that I'm doing is to get there. So yeah, that vision board and the manifestation really, really works all the time. Yeah. But so where are you tuning in from?
I'm in Los Angeles right now. It's my apartment.
Hey, you got that yellow couch, I see. That's nice.
Got the yellow couch with the yellow picture to match. Wait, hold on, let me zoom it out there.
The mustard couch.
Oh, there it is. It's dangerous, but we love it.
That's cool. Hell yeah. So you live in LA full time?
Yeah, I do. I've lived here a long time actually. I've been in LA since like 2013, 2012. I can't remember. 2013.
Okay. Did music take you out to LA?
Let me get this. Yes, it did. I used to make like trap and Jersey Club, and like back in the like early trap wave, like of 2012. I sort of like had a little bit of a shot. Like I was signed to an agency and like had managers and stuff, and toured with Flosstradamus for a little bit.
Oh wow, under Lil Texas, or was it?
Yeah, under Lil Texas. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a Boiler Room set from 2012 actually.
Yeah, I was actually listening to one of your previous interviews and I remember you talking about that Boiler Room set. It's pretty sick.
It's pretty cringe, but
everything from 2012 is pretty cringe, I will say.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were
pretty much everything.
It was good. Played a lot of Jersey Club back then.
But fast forwarding now, so we went to Miami and you were supposed to play at Ultra, but instead you went to Masters of Hardcore. So like, how was that?
It was
incredible.
Worth it? It was worth it. Yeah, I mean, like as an American, like you go play Masters of Hardcore, like that's just the deal. And I was the only American on the lineup. It was the 25th anniversary of Masters of Hardcore, the magnum opus. So it's like play a 30,000 person indoor event. On a good stage at a good time, or play at like 2 p.m.
Right.
And like but the real reason was I just couldn't get there. There were no flights. So I would have gone, but due to my set time being so early, I had to kind of like make a decision on what to do. I hadn't been in Europe. I hadn't like, done anything for the European fan base in like 2.5 years. And yeah, I definitely made the right decision though. It was epic. And there was only a very, very small amount of people who were like, what? Why would you miss Ultra? And I'm like, but everyone else was like, bro, you don't even need to explain yourself. It's Masters of Hardcore. Like, shut up. Like, it's all good.
Is it Belgium or the Netherlands? Where was it?
It's in the Netherlands. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've been pumping the hard dance festivals this past month or two.
Oh yeah. They're back in full swing and like everything's going super good over there. It was really fun. felt like normal again. I mean, even more energy, I think, now, because they were so deprived for so long.
Did you need a COVID test to get into the Netherlands?
No, but I needed one to get back.
Yeah, okay, we saw
Okay.
that because we're flying back from Europe in June, and we were just looking at all the requirements. It seems kind of odd that they're still requiring Americans to get tested coming in.
Yeah, I think, I don't know, maybe in a couple more months, but things are really feeling very, very normal. There was very few people masked up in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam at least. It was very, very mellow. So, but it was cool. I mean, I can't explain it. Like, you have to just see like a room of literally 12,000 people in one room listening to, you know, hardcore at 5 a.m.
Listening to your 1,000 BPM.
I didn't go to 1,000 in Europe. I did 250 though. We went up to 250.
Yeah, I feel like if you were in the Netherlands, I don't think they would really appreciate that, or they would not like that. I don't know. I just feel like
Maybe.
Europeans are a little more critical when it comes to hard dance, whereas in the US, it's still a little new, I feel like. And so people are open to it and open-minded. And even just people like house sets, techno, like you can really pretty much play anything out here. But I feel like in the Netherlands, maybe they're a little more critical, especially because they all love hardcore out there.
I definitely like was nervous about like doing the pants off, you know. I was like, should I do it? And like I did it just because I was like, don't be a fucking bitch, dude. And so like I
Don't
did
pussy
it.
out.
It's your brand. I'm pretty sure people were expecting that anyway. Like if people had been following you, they probably would have been surprised if you didn't take the pants off.
Yeah, exactly. And so it was cool. And I don't know, it was just interesting that there was a lot of fans, there was a lot of people there, and they knew the music, you know. And I did take the set I don't want to say more seriously, but I definitely like brought the hardcore up tempo like vibe. You know, when I play over there, I usually start at 205, 200, and go up from there, which they expect. So that's fun for me, actually. If I could do that all the time, I probably would. But yeah, so it was kind of cool. And it was definitely a little more like, all right, I'm going to show you guys what I'm about. Like, I'm representing the entire country of the United States. So like I'm gonna throw the fuck down, and I'm gonna like, you know, do this in a way that these people are gonna remember, and bring a level of entertainment, showmanship, and performance that I think, at least my goal is to have it be hard to replicate, or like have it unparalleled. You know, it's unparalleled. I guess that's just my goal. You know, so
I do have to ask. I mean, since the pants got brought up, have you ever hit anyone when you've thrown your pants and your clothes back? Like, what's the best story surrounding that action?
Oh, there's a video of like my photographer, like me, like I was like, because there's sometimes when I just like lose my shit, like, and I just like feel like the fucking Joker up there, and I'm just like in a different universe. Like it's interesting. You know, like performers talk about that kind of stuff, and like, but I really do like when it really picks up and I'm hitting like 210, you know, and like I'm like really in it, shit's getting weird, and like
pull the belt off,
and the cowboy boots and everything.
Totally.
The boots come off.
Oh yeah, and you got to be theatrical about it. You know what I mean? Like if you throw them, like people will notice that you threw them, as opposed to taking them off and just putting them on the ground. Yeah. So I like threw them up at Wasteland, and like my videographer's like,
"That's our video. That's our video."
That's why I asked, because we were right behind you when you did that.
And really?
Yes, he got that video, and we thought it was the funniest thing because they were just going rogue.
Well, I would see you like taking off the belt and the pants, and then so I got snippets of that, and I stitched it into a reel, and that was the video on the separate account.
I'm putting it all together now.
That was us.
We were inspecting the beats during that set. You know, it was our duty. We had to get that moment on camera.
Yeah. I mean, the only backlash, I've gotten some like backlash though for it, because people like genuinely thought I like exposed myself at EDC, which I didn't. I had a cowboy hat over my my dick, and I mean, I'm not gonna like flash my fucking cock like while I'm fucking DJing, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, but like I did pop half of Viagra before that set, just in case.
No, so, is this true?
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm dead ass serious.
Bro.
Yeah, I took half of Viagra, and just because I was like, well, what if the hat falls down? Like, I definitely need to like be like,
Show up.
yeah, you know, I need to be like
Be
my full
prepared.
potential,
Yeah.
you know, full flaccid cock potential.
Oh Lord, people would get that on video.
Oh, for sure, for sure. But it worked out. But anyways, this girl, there was this girl, and then this other friend of mine actually, who were like subtweeting me, being like, "Oh, this hardstyle DJ exposed full frontal nudity at EDC. How can Insomniac be okay with this?" And I was like, "A hardstyle DJ? You mean me? Like,
Yeah.
Like,
you mean
just at
Sam,
me.
the person that has your phone number, who's talked to you on the phone before? Like, are you out of your mind? Like, what world are you living in?" So I almost got kicked off of a festival in Edmonton. Yeah, they like called me. My agent was like, "Pants are staying on in Edmonton, dude. I had to like fight to get you back on this lineup." And I was like, "Why?" And so like these girls had like hit up the promoters and be like, "He exposed himself. He sexually harassed 5,000 people or whatever at EDC," and like, yeah.
That is mind-blowing that people go to that extent to like come after you just for something that's on brand.
Yeah, I know. It's like I said I was going to do it for an entire year. I was like, I'm going to get naked. And I have a nice ass. I hit the squats and the glute extensions hard. I am working on this ass to make it the best man ass in EDM. And listen, honey, if you don't like it, you can just not come, you know?
Yeah. You can just kindly go F yourself.
or just stay home and watch the live stream, you know?
Yeah, or just stay home and watch
or just don't say anything. Like, people are just, yeah, the internet is something else. Like, there's a funny
people have time.
I know. There's
Right?
this one funny video of Chrissy. Like, we were watching Excision's live stream, and her boyfriend is High Zombie. Like, I don't know if you've heard of him, but you know, Excision was dropping one of his tracks, and I got a video of Chrissy like headbanging, you know, and going crazy. She's like, "That's my boyfriend's song," and I got a funny video of it, posted it as a reel, and this guy was like, "High Zombie is trash. This music is trash," and it's like, then don't. If you don't like it, then why are you following the account? And he's like, "This trash showed up on my feed. You can blame the Instagram algorithm for showing this trash."
That's
like
ridiculous.
I just don't get it. But I mean, the bottom line is that you're always going to have those people who are against what you're doing, or they don't want to see you successful. But like, you have to not internalize that and just kind of remember why you're doing what you're doing, and just turn all of that chatter into something positive.
Oh, absolutely. And like, if anybody's listening and is like dealing with that stuff, and like you're a new DJ or something, or on the rise and experiencing some backlash, like, you know, the best route is to just not respond ever. Like, I rarely respond unless I really have something truly witty and funny that I can like flip it on its head, and just undeniable wit and funniness. Like, but even then, I don't even engage most of the time, because it just causes more issues. But like, ultimately, the haters they're just going to make you bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And if they really hated you, they would just not talk about you. That would actually be the like proper move to like hurt somebody's like potential, I would say. So there you go. Pro tip, haters, just shut the fuck up.
Bye.
Like, so yeah, I just like don't engage, and ultimately it's like a good thing. And really, haters are just confused admirers. That's like really all it is.
And I mean, it's free publicity, right? Too, all the chatter.
All pub is good pub. Well,
also, if you don't have any haters, then you must not be doing something right.
You're not killing it. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, sorry. You're not doing something right if you don't have any haters. So that's how I see it.
I mean, speaking of haters, a lot of people are hating on OnlyFans nowadays. Like, what's it like in that world? Because you have an OnlyFans, don't you?
I do, and I did. I don't do it anymore.
Okay.
It's too much work. You know, but
full-time job, honestly.
Yeah, it does take a lot of work. I was surprised at like how proactive I needed to be on there to really like do it. But like, I did very, very well for like 2.5 months.
Oh, I bet. It's that big butt that you have.
Yeah, given the man ass. More than that. It's more than that.
Definitely more than that.
But
brother, yeehaw.
But
so if people didn't see at EDC, they could just go to your OnlyFans.
Yeah, or just on Twitter, because the Little Monsters leaked all of my nudes after the Lady Gaga remix.
Come on, monsters.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It was
It's
so
always
good.
something with Twitter too, though.
It was so funny. Like there was like these articles that were like DJ Lil Texas remixes Lady Gaga and Elton John, and it's like a picture of me DJing, but then like right next to it is just like a picture of me holding my dick, like completely nude. And
That's
I'm
what
like,
sells. That's what gets clicks.
literally, I was
That's
like,
great clickbait right there.
this is so hilarious. I was like, thanks for including the music, guys, but also like, whatever,
Yeah.
you know. Hey,
Also, go stream it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like out of the OnlyFans loop. Like I really don't really know what's going on with it. I just stopped. I was just focused on music and doing like other things.
Mhm.
But I enjoyed it while I did, and I know I brought some I guess some joy to certain people's lives. You know, I was explicit. I did it all.
So you got that, and then you got Lil Texas. You got Diamond Dallas too. What's going on with that?
Yeah, that's been sort of a cool little new avenue of you know, exploration, creativity, and or with my creativity and stuff.
Mhm.
It started like just doing these like underground kind of BDSM parties, excuse me, in LA. I was like, yo, let me DJ, bro. Like, I want to DJ your party. And so I ended up like DJing these parties. And then like Space Yacht got wind of it. So I like DJed a Space Yacht. And then I played like an EDC Orlando party with Space Yacht on one of like the little stages, like Corona Beach or whatever it's called.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then so from there, like I've been periodically booked for it and like done some like pop-ups at like I did another Space Yacht, and then we like did a show in Vegas. So like here and there I was just doing it, doing underground things, posting content from it. And then so I kind of just decided to start making some techno. I was kind of, you know, I had wrapped up the album pretty much, and I was like, okay, like maybe like let's take a break, let's slow down maybe a little bit, and like, you know, literally and figuratively, and do this other project. And like, you know, so Mousetrap had hit us up about, you know, like, hey, do you guys have any demos? Like, we're kind of keen on this like Diamond Dallas thing. It seems like people are pretty excited about it.
Damn, they hit you up. That's
Yeah. For
Damn.
like, it was cool for like not having released anything really, and just like it all being word of mouth. So yeah, anyways, I like wrote an EP. It was with them in mind to a degree, but I wrote an EP, they signed it, and so it'll be out in May. The first single's like May 14th.
A word.
damn. Hell yeah. Congrats.
Thank you. I saw this trend of like hard techno and like fast, like 155, almost leaning hardcore gabber, being like very trendy and cool, and like Europe and here and like in the underground parties, I see these DJs playing 155, just pushing it. And to me, like, I love that music. Like, obviously I love that music. It's fast, it's hard, it sounds like hardcore. But I wanted to sort of like pivot the other direction with my project in that regard. And I don't know why, like you'd think I'd make like 160 techno, like you'd think I'd lean into the faster stuff, but I actually leaned a little bit slower. And I pulled from like the EBM sort of industrial goth wave of like the early 90s, while like making it appeal to like a big room EDM fan base, you know. I'm not necessarily ever really trying to appeal. I don't know if I just wanted to appeal to the most people, you know. So it's pretty fun. It's like groovy, it's fun, it's techno, but it's got some other influences in there.
Yeah, it's also cool when artists who are typically producing one genre can like step aside and start creating different subgenres, new types of music that they don't typically create. I feel like it just shows that you're versatile, and it almost works out another side of your brain in a way.
Definitely. It was a different palette that I sort of needed to wrap my head around. And I went a little more, I did notice like going a little more deep into the sound design aspect, and yeah, I just made some like groovy kind of like underground, but like could be played in a big room vibes. It was like, okay, this is going to work for like 200 people, but this is also going to work at the Palladium. For example, you know, there's 3,500 cap, you know. So I wanted to like blend those two things where you could feel the like underground, there's like some dude getting whipped in the fucking corner or whatever, you know, that red lights, like chain link fences and like blood rave. But also have this like, yeah, but like the average EDM fan, if they like walk by, is going to be like, well, that's interesting. I kind of like this, you know.
Do you have any shows lined up for Diamond Dallas?
Yeah, I'm doing a little thing in Vegas. May like a day party on a Sunday, May 1st.
Ooh, cool. A pool party or something?
Yeah, pool party, Holy House.
Hell
They
yeah.
do they were doing it at night, but now they're doing it during the day. So I'm doing that. And then I've got a set at EDC actually, which I haven't announced, but
On an art car?
yeah, on the art car, on the Mousetrap art car.
Let's
Oh, hell
go.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
epic.
yeah. So that'll be Sunday, and that's all that I've got really right now. We're taking the route of not playing to like grow demand and grow the like fee, which like I couldn't do with Lil Texas like initially as much because like I needed to eat and pay for this apartment.
That
So,
LA
like,
life.
yeah, like life, but obviously, you don't take anything too low, but I've like worked my way up in that regard. But with Diamond Dallas, like I don't have to do that because like I've already got this other project that's running. So we're kind of like trying to hold back and like take the right offers and like really do this thing like in the most impactful way that we can for like upward mobility,
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, exactly. And but it's hard when you like need to take the offer because you have to pay rent,
Yeah. I mean, that also kind of goes back to branding 101. So I work as a brand manager for a university, and something that I learned actually from my boss about branding, logos and like just organizations is that it has to be real, relevant, and rare. And like that rare part really hits on what you were talking about with the Diamond Dallas, like not just taking every offer that comes to you, but like being selective and like actually having a reason for taking it.
Absolutely. I think that's, when everyone turns right, maybe turn left, if everybody's doing something, it might behoove you to do something else.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been a big mantra for me, just in general. I don't really have a problem with it though. Some people have a hard time with that. I don't. I've always been fucking weird. So like, it's kind of easy for me to be like, well, if they're all, because I'm kind of a hipster. So I'm like, oh, if they're all doing it, oh, that's not cool. Too many people are doing it. I have to do something else now because I'm fucking gotta be cool,
Well, it's gotten you far
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah, I guess.
Why
Sometimes
be
I-
average? 'Cause I feel like you'd be living a very boring life if you were average. So
Yeah.
no thanks to that.
No
I'm good.
masters of hardcore on average people.
No.
Definitely not. Well, I think this is actually a good segue into our submitted questions. You got a fuck ton.
Dude, we have received more submitted questions for your interview than ever before for anyone else.
So we won't get through all of them, but we picked like our top, what do we got here? Like 7, 8 questions. So
As many
we'll
as
try.
you-
What was that?
Run as many as you want.
You better get ready. Some of these are really tough.
Okay.
Some of these are pretty funny too.
Okay. That's good.
All right. So first one is from Jackie. She's actually on our street team.
Cool.
So she asked, why are you naked all the time?
It gets hot when I DJ. I get hot and I need to breathe. My body needs to breathe. I don't know. One day I just decided to take my pants off. I thought it would be funny. I was like, this would be funny if I took my pants off. Everyone will talk. It was during the Freak Show live stream. It was during the pandemic. We did a live stream that I hosted, and I was like, I'm gonna take my pants off.
Was it with Insomniac?
Yeah, it was with Insomniac. And then it became this like sort of tradition that like I was taking my pants off and like running around on stage in my boxers. But I really do like feel free. There's like a moment right when I do it where I'm like, oh, do I look good? And then, like, I'm like, does my package look good? Like, fuck, like, am I like shriveled right now? It's like, I don't know, like, cause you never know. But then I like get free and I'm like, oh man, I feel free. And I'm running around in my boxers and it's just hilarious. Now I'm like seeing fans, like I got fans like taking their pants off.
You're starting a movement.
Yeah, we're starting a movement. It's good.
Literally. Yeah.
Freedom.
Pretty sure I saw some cowboys that were trying to mimic you in the Wasteland crowd when we were there. Like we went in the crowd. Yeah, we went in the crowd for a little bit. I'm pretty sure I saw some cowboy guys just like with the hat and like shirtless.
Oh yeah, they're like flexing.
boxers.
They're like,
Yeah.
yeah.
A follow-up question to that though, like on show days when you're getting dressed, do you pick out your nicest boxers, or are there certain pairs that you know that you need to be wearing for that?
Absolutely. I definitely wear like the sort of like, I don't go like too tight, definitely a little bit of breathing room. Sometimes I just throw whatever. I've got ones that say like Hollywood on the back that my mom bought me actually for Christmas like 3 years ago.
Sorry,
Remember
Mom.
those? Thanks, Mom. She hates it. She's like, put your
Aw.
pants on. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I actually like just made an order for like a bunch of like unique boxers, you know, like leopard print, cheetah print, and stuff like that. So we're taking it to the next level.
Yeah, I was about to say you should get some sponsorships or something like,
Yeah.
hey, if you send me some underwear or pay me, I'll rep it.
Yeah, I really should do that. I think somebody is sending me some underwear from Europe or something. I don't know.
Oh my God, how funny.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Next question for you. This is from Mr. Joe Rath, who is also on our street team.
I love Joe.
What is your
Yes.
favorite gym lift?
What is my favorite gym? Good question. Probably the incline dumbbell press. I really think the incline dumbbell press is probably my favorite lift. That and like any sort of like big row. Like I really, really like to like do big rows.
Mhm.
For the
I can
back.
tell.
Yeah, working on the back. My back is like pretty good. It's one of my like genetic strong points.
We all have a genetic strong point.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, probably the incline dumbbell press. It's just like the best. It's like the best, you know what I mean? And it's not the bench press, which is just like a stupid ego. You know, you lift long enough, you stop bench pressing. So yeah, bent over rows, like T-bar rows, or definitely the incline dumbbell press. I'm a big fan of that. And side laterals for the delts. So
Oh yeah, those
We'll
are
have
good
to,
ones.
we'll have to try that next time we hit the gym. Hopefully
Yeah.
tonight.
do it.
Well, tonight is leg day for me, so
Oof.
got to get those booty gains for the summer, you know?
Good luck.
You know what I'm
sister.
saying?
I know what you're saying. I hate it.
I'm a squat girl. I like squats,
That's
but
cool.
it's a love and hate relationship, I will
Yeah,
say.
yeah, I feel that.
All right, next one. From Gordito _ S310. He asked, when are you dropping the cookbook?
Oh man, that has been the biggest question lately. So I finished the cookbook. I finished it. It's done. It's a scheduling issue that I keep them like, all right, we're gonna release it this week, and then something happens, and then like it's an actual music release, and like music has to take the priority over the fitness stuff, which like I have to remind myself of sometimes actually. And like it's like, you know, I don't know, I'll like eat like 1,500 calories on a day I have a show, and I'm like, I gotta get shredded, and I'm like, why do I feel horrible? You know, anyways, but it's a scheduling issue. So as soon as I can work it into my schedule, which should be after the techno EP, I'm gonna like drop it, and it's pretty expansive and explains my diet, and it explains like dieting in general, at least the way to like, I believe is the most sustainable way to diet, that isn't it doesn't deprive you of like essential macronutrients, aka fucking carbs.
Yeah.
It does deprive you of fat a little bit, but like it's not
It's
that
fat, though.
necessary. In my experience is that I don't need fat like oil and things like that to make good food. I do not need it. It is sort of unnecessary. If you have physique goals, you know what I mean, that you're trying to achieve. And so for me, that's kind of like, that's the essence of the book, that it's like, you don't pull the carbs, you pull the fat out of your diet. So you can eat more carbs and eat more protein and eat actual food and not be starving, and then like not running into the risk of like depriving yourselves of carbs for a month and a half, getting great results doing keto, of course. Like you're gonna get fucking results, but you're gonna try carbs eventually. And you know what's gonna happen? You're not gonna be able to put the lid back on. You're just not. And so that's where my diet comes in. And it's better for just like overall like physique development as well. You can come down while making gains and like not look it's really, you know, weird. Like you see people who do keto for like 6 months straight, they just go crazy. And they look kind of weird when they like come down to like whatever weight they get to. They're kind of like, you know.
Deprived.
Yeah, it's just a weird look. It's like a wet noodle look. I can't
A
explain
wet
it.
noodle.